Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Do I have to say something? Hmm. Yeah, I think we can never be, um, never too much emphasize or insist on the fact not to confuse oneself with an experience. Experiences will show up, sure, and even the opposite of the normal experience, like, for example, I was gripping something and now I drop something. Because I could say the best way maybe to just keep quiet in yourself is to abandon what you think of yourself, what attach you from a belief. But even that, it's an indication, okay, because it is still linked with the belief I am only what I think I am. Um, Yet it looks very helpful at some point. Otherwise, there is really nothing to do. But for that, nobody has to appear here. So especially, of course, the first somebody, which is I do or I undo, um, because it's already a movement of the mind. So just that has to be discovered by yourself, and when it is discovered by yourself, it's just a fact, and probably by now you are totally able to hear. I hope so. And even if you have the impression, oh, I hear and then again I don't hear, etc., no, it is just your movie, which is a bit in trouble or a lot in trouble, but it's in the movie, it's in the manifestation, it's not concerning what is. So, more than that, and of course we can speak endlessly about that, more than that, there is nothing to speak about. And if any other concerns come up, it's a concern in the movie, in the creation. So it doesn't concern the main essence, the main preoccupation of satsang. Why? Because everything which goes on changing, so personal lives, um, they will anyway go on by themselves, and it doesn't mean anything regarding the essence, regarding from where they come and disappear. So here there is absolutely nothing to say. as a proof, as a sign, as an attainment. All that is a story or achievement in a story. I can say that with authority because my master never spoke about that, about how life will appear and all those things. Never. It was not a subject then. So in your investigation, if you still have an important, meaningful thought about the search, please ask, because even the knowledge to know, oh, it's the mind, I should not go there. Of course it would work if it was once for all, but if it comes back, it means it can be said, no? Let's see what's going on. You see, if in case, just an imagination, but there was no satsang, it would be a bit a pity if you say, oh, I should have asked that. I should. Just do it now, wherever satsang is. Yeah.
Hello, Ganga.
Hi.
The past days, I'm experiencing a peace and I would say very subtle. I'd say feeling of beingness,
Yeah.
and also I call it inner happiness.
Sure.
And it's still the question arises, or the thought is there. That's an experience.
Yeah, it is. Then what? Doesn't matter. This is an experience. And do you think that you veiled who you are, having an experience?
I didn't.
Do you think you veil who you are because of those experiences?
Still didn't quite get it.
You have to. What did I say?
That was the point, that there was one word that I didn't really understand.
No, it's okay. I want her to. Thank you. I can repeat it hundreds of times. Do you think because you saw it well, there is no doubt about it, that there are experiences. Do you think that having that doubt now, is it experiences? Do you think that you lost yourself or you veiled yourself because you had experiences? This is the point. You will always have experiences as long as you live. Let it be the opposite of bliss and peace and inner peace. They are pieces of mind. No doubt about it. But then what? This is the creation, isn't it? That fellow is still alive, so creations and experiences are there. The main thing is to have realized, oh, I am not even what I experience. The one who is experiencing appears and is the one I thought I am by birth. But now I know my essence is not subject to time and changes. That is the realization. Not only that everything goes on changing, even old people in the villages, if they are a little, let's say, wiser, and they are often called wise, oh, this is the wise of the village, they know everything goes on changing. It's not enough, isn't it, to know that? It's very good to know that, but it's not enough. Or everything is an experience. Yeah, everything is an experience. It's a big experience to have that. Everything is an experience. But we are here to about the essence. So if the experiences are, or to see it's an experience is so important, which is, what is too much, which makes you, after all, ask, what is too much?
Probably the thought about it.
Yeah, but a better answer I want. It's I. I believe in my thought, or I discard my thought. I. I is too much. I taken for real, never questioned, is too much. That's why you can look now, okay, this happens, you described well, but then why don't you speak of yourself? Why you are still busy with the manifestation? Because there is, the base is the owner of the thought. I am someone. Now you have a description. Yeah?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm. Thank you.
It's extraordinary, but it is like this. It happens like this. We are always busy with I am someone, so he gets experiences, and when he sees, oh, it's all, then he gets moments of no experience, or the time that, oh, they are experiencing. It's always about a description of I am someone. It's extraordinary. We are busy 24 hours all our life in that realm. So, of course, satsang brings something outrageous. Um, but at least that's something outrageous that is mentioned as being or the essence or that removes questions and answers. And that's nice. Yeah, that's why there one could speak of peace, for example, you see. Yeah. It's not a peace that was not there before, then it appears and will surely disappear. It's not a depending peace on something. Yeah. But very good to ask. That's why I say ask. Ask. If there is still something, you ask. Now it's no more the fashion, but when in the 90s, the fashion was because there were suddenly many realized people around the masters. So the fashion was that friends were asking the friends who became enlightened was asking his friend who became also enlightened, have you still the sense of I? That was the question. And if you said yes, oh, you are no more, not yet enlightened. And if you said no, oh yeah, that was a confirmation. Again, have you got the sense of I? It is still a preoccupation of the mind. What does it mean? What does it mean? And it looked the most interesting question. Prove. But that fashion is gone, so they saw it. Or maybe it's not a good question. But many ask me, have you the sense of, and then suddenly, they, I don't know, maybe, or not so much, or whatever. And then I feel I'm foolish to answer to that question.
Hello.
Aha, hi.
Can you tell us what helped you the most to realize who you really are?
To have met my master.
This is what I want to.
For me.
Yeah. Because to sitting in a cave for years is maybe not.
You did?
Please?
You did it?
No.
Yeah. Well, to sit in a cave, of course, it's an attempt to try to be desireless and detached and all that, or to have more time to meditate and to be absorbed in something else than what the world offers. But still, what goes with you in the cave? The body and the mind. You bring your mind with you. Okay, then you try to discipline, to tame, or to direct your mind in a certain practice. Very good. There will be some result in it. But have you seen the essential? That's doubtful. That's doubtful. Because, you see, what you are doesn't need special environments. It really needs very sharp investigation, which is in the mind of someone, to spot that whatever you believe in, the experience where you are put in, whatever it is still mind. Mm? So there you can do it in a traffic jam or in a cave. Yeah. But surely we have, in the seeking, there are many periods of, oh, I need to dedicate more time and all that, which is also very good, of course, but it's in the search. So, and we can't help to do things to solve this question. To hear finally, but it's already with you. You are it, you see. But of course, the mind has to try many things. And then at some point, it will say, okay, I fail. There is no more hope, no more help. And there, it looks like Buddha sitting under the tree suddenly got enlightened. Like every one of us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Buddha himself is a good example. It's so long ago, and we all tried to imitate him in some ways. He also tried. He left all his kingdom. Then he practiced austerities. He became like so thin that you could see all his bones there. And all that, to finish off with damsels around troubling him. Of course, it was still all in mind, in the mind. Attainments in the mind. So you cannot trust the mind. Even if you are the most saintly one, suddenly something else appears. So you see that the mind fails. All your efforts, they fail. Then it's a good moment.
So in the end, it means we should be as often as we can together with you.
Oh, that depends on everyone. It's better to be with yourself. But surely, I tell you, for me, but it's not the case for everybody. Everyone probably his path. But of course, it's quite known that the presence of a guide in your life, so the trust, it's not like a professor of a school only, so you really trust, can help, but also there is no guarantee, because finally you have to realize. He cannot realize for you, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if when I'm here, there's a difference to outside, you know.
But you can ask a question, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more intense and more, but it's also clear in a way.
Yeah, but
So
I tell you, you will also learn that if you investigate anywhere you are, it will be the same. You have to, you see, you have not to do, but I mean, if, well, I speak like you have to, yeah. I don't know how to express then, but after all, you see, this seeking, that you want or not, is a dedication of life, because you try to get rid of it. It's enough. You are fed up. You are this and that, and still it comes back. So this dedication of life, finally, will show you that wherever you are, it's possible because you heard, it's heard, it's just now. It will always see just now, wherever is the circumstance, it will be just now. And just now means when you are not busy with your mind, with your mind, body, feelings, or when you just see, oh, it's only mind, and then you are struck to see that from somewhere else, and that from somewhere else it's self-revealed. It's that, I'm that. It's a description. It may happen completely differently, but just to say, to encourage you, not to play satsang only in Alfambrash.
Maybe it's a good recipe to go to India on the marketplace, you know, where there's always turmoil and
If you are with your master, means if you are with your investigation. Well, living with Papaji was that. Huh? Instead of sometimes to sit in these beautiful banks of the Ganga, we just went at 4 o'clock where it's a people, whatnot, in the traffic, and he sat near a wall of surrounding a tree. I mean, and we learned as much. Suddenly there was silence. From where this silence came cannot come from the outside. That Papaji really showed a lot, because he removed the separation of making separation with circumstances. You see, and you spoke of the cave, but one could have exactly the same experience while making tea, while cooking, while choosing the best potato which was in the market, even busy. There was a kind of, it was like the background, let's say, was so silent, of course, projecting on him, but still you could share that, and you understood, oh, it's not about a gesture or a special position or something. And that's a great thing to learn. Mm? It's like the retreat, you see. There is no doubt that when one is in a good retreat, it will be very important, very concentrated of what he likes to hear or what he lives and all that. It will be magic. And when he goes out of the retreat, there is a big difference. I wanted to say what? Yeah, so no doubt one has lived, got a beautiful, let's say, Advaitic or magic experience in his life. There is a but he will attribute that to the fact to be in retreat and so on. So he repeats to go in retreats and all that, but it's not more real than anything else, in fact, because it is depending on circumstances. What you are is not confined in any circumstance. Betty, what?
the good on the marketplace is that the outside is louder than in your head. So
Yeah, but you listen to it. You are still engaged. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, Ganga. Thank
Hello.
you for your teachings. I wanted to ask you, are there different stages of enlightenment?
No,
No?
no.
Ramana Maharshi had the same enlightenment as Papaji, and Papaji had the same enlightenment as you?
I don't compare. But there is absolutely, it's impossible. It is not in the realm of measurement. No time, no space here. It's only about experiences. There you can say more gross or more subtle experiences, more tamasic or ignorant or more sattvic, knowledgeable experiences. Still, the experiencer is there. So it's absolutely not realization of the essence.
And you would say you can have small approaches to enlightenment, or there's like a moment where you're already like a jump, where you see it and you don't go back.
Yeah, but there is no jump exactly. It's because we all always have jumps that it makes an experience of it. So I would not speak of jump. On the contrary, I would say finally one is quieter than one. So what did you say? If what? If
If
there are stages, but all the search, the seeking, all those years give you different experiences, isn't it? And even you think, oh, that's it, and then if luckily the arrogance doesn't work on it, you see, oh, still an understanding. Even that is not it, and so on. We are full, but actually we don't approach. We are just ignorant up to the end, apparently ignorant up to the end. They are progresses only in the mind, not in that. You see, it's very interesting for me because I give satsang now since many years in the story of satsang. And I may have changed my ways or to tell or whatever, but I really cannot say that anything has deepened or that it's absolutely the same as the first. So what deepens and all that is just experiences, maturity of mind, more experience. It's that. It's not what you are. It's absolutely not what you are. And those who speak of stages is because they are not there. Whatever authority they have, they are not there.
an enlightened mind is a quiet and aware mind. Anything else?
Sorry?
An enlightened mind is a quiet, an enlightened being is a quiet and aware, constant mind.
No. Bullshit. It's all conceptual, spiritual concepts. No, that's why one has to come to satsang to hear. Don't keep that concept. It gives you an utopia you will never ever attain. And first of all, what you are is not to be attained. It's just here. But it's because you love concepts. You want to save concepts. You trust them that you think you are not yet here. Ah.
Ganga Mira. Hello. I just, I'm so thankful that you keep it so pure
Yeah,
and simple.
that's my joy.
When you said no regarding stages, and I don't compare, when you said I don't compare, something in me just became so happy. Not that that's an indicator of anything,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's some.
It's okay. Try not to describe. It's
Okay,
okay.
okay, thank you. It's enough. Thank you so much.
It's such a freedom to have no recipe.
Hi Ganga, today in the Satsang something open about something kind of strong was abide in that as that, and now it just came. It's like it's also kind of very very subtle, you know, like this somebody still abiding in something, you know. It's like
Very
and
good.
just I love, you know, like this how it just so directly, you know, like no levels,
Very
nothing,
good.
no abidance, no.
Very good.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you.
So, don't make efforts, isn't it?
It's amazing. Just something just thank you so much.
Hi, Ganga. Is there a difference between spotting the mind or not objectifying anything for it?
But not objectifying is also spotting the mind, because there is somebody.
Mm.
That's what I say, you see. You were gripping at something, for example, grasping something, and then you hear it's not that, so you ungrasp. Okay, very good, but nothing has been done actually, because the I is still there. So it will bring you to a state, to an achievement, an appelé, as it is. It was not there before, it appeared, and it will disappear. But good to see that.
Yeah, because
Wonderful.
sometimes grab that voice that said, "This is the mind," and then I would grab. I think I
Yeah.
grabbed that voice that said,
Okay.
"This is the mind." That's why it's like.
Yeah, of course, there is also a kind of natural vigilance, as I say, which comes. Yeah, bye. Nothing wrong with that. So the point was not that thing. What you wanted to really touch, in fact?
There was a question if you spot the mind, if that is actually enough, or that you actually have to then disengage or
But
not objectify.
you
or
know, it is a pointer, huh? Because otherwise, what does it mean? If you know what is, it's a way to speak, but mind, no mind, you know, you will not work on that anymore. So you need to work on that when you still believe in the experience. Oh, I've been taken by the mind again, and then I spot it, and which is the investigation, huh? Is second best, second best. And then with the same investigation, maybe, or surely, one day, it will be seen as an investigation. Why should I need an investigation when I am always myself, after all? So it must have been really the preoccupation of the mind. But it's a good indication not to be washed away by certain experiences that looks like being enlightenment, whatever concept we had about that. Yeah. Like you see, to me it's now, only now, of course. When I was hearing, it was not like that. Papaji, one of the Papaji's most helpful sentence was for me, don't land anywhere. So exactly, I was investigating and not trying not to land on whatever I was aware of at that time. But actually, it's a pointing, because otherwise it doesn't mean anything. You are already yourself, so what does it mean? Suddenly you will land somewhere and you are no more yourself. All that was the ignorance of the searcher or the seeker. So they're pointings. Very, very important. It's a blessing in a way, you know? But it doesn't describe or tell anything about what you are. And yet, and I think it's very wise also, Papaji said, be vigilant up to the last breath. It goes all together. You have seen enough how the mind can fool you. Even because you see, it's absolutely not understandable, but what you are cannot be a fixed state of somebody. So nothing is fixed. You have not achieved anything. Still you live with a mind. So even if it is not understandable, the master is right. For me, I would have said the same thing, but more in terms of you are so naturally attracted or grateful not to be a seeker anymore or anybody special and as reality. That is the vigilance, called vigilance also. Huh? But it's not a permanent state in life.
No, it's just funny that I realized that when you were speaking that how it goes, because I cannot even repeat my question anymore or something.
Let it disappear. I speak of what I saw lately is that quite a few are in the waiting lounge. They don't have questions, they know the subject enough, but they wait. What is waiting, in fact? Waiting, that something like realization of the self happens, but then you make it an event. You see? So even if you wait, because you can't help, as an I, you are waiting. And so just know that it is an experience of the mind which translates. You are fulfilled in knowledge, you are fulfilled in, in whatever of that. But, so it's also a state. It's in India they only speak of samadhi, but it's the Western samadhi, I would say. So don't be impressed by that. It's just your mind which translates something it doesn't know, and like that. So you are surely not, as you did your investigation, you are surely not also somebody who waits. It is obviously in the movie. So what you are is there. It doesn't need it doesn't care. It's here. So it is somebody who cares. Because of still one concept, even one concept, it will be an event. Because you read that nearly everywhere, but who cares? It doesn't mean you have to fit the model. It's one concept. The event has to happen. So forget about that. And of course, if on top of it, you have the concept from there my life will change and all that, so I'm still the same, so it's surely not, so I wait. You see, one concept is attached to other concepts. So don't save a concept. And waiting is a concept. Waiting for an event, it's a concept. In that way, Papaji was very right, even though for the mind it's a very ununderstandable sentence, but he said it's not an event. It is not an event. And if you wait for an event. It's not an event. Hmm?
Hello. So when you say this, something is very touched in me, and I actually don't know what to say.
So don't stay in the touch. Don't stay where you are touched.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when I said this, actually, there was just...
Why you go there? Why do you go there?
So you said before to the lady that the wise men sometimes they know things come and go, and but it's not enough. So I want to check with you. So at one point, because I use neti neti a lot, but at one point I had to ask who is no, who am I? That you mean with that?
So from where this question comes? From the who, not from questioning the who. Huh? Understand? Questions will always appear in the mind. Don't worry. It's not like suddenly you will have no more questions. So you are again in beautiful space, which can be also, but they appear and disappear to my eyes. Questions can still come. But you don't even need an answer at some point. Because it's a habit. It doesn't put you in search again, or puts you as a real seeker. For example, I started my search, if I remember in the words, finding the life totally absurd, meaningless. Now, if you ask me what is the meaning of life, I don't know. So you can answer it's absurd, it would be okay for me, or you can say something else, but I know those answers didn't fit, they will never tell what it is. But it doesn't make me search. I know my mind has this kind of way to see. That's all. Big difference. So the realization of the self is not because you got the best answer. No. It's when suddenly you allow, probably you allow the moment of not grasping this mind, this working mind, whatever he says. Yeah.
Hello. But then, when I allow this, or to spot the mind, then it's better to sit in the cave and always to be alone and silent, because the mind is offering the whole time. When I'm gather with people, I'm.
And why you are not free to not to participate for a moment?
Yeah, is it enough for a moment?
It's only in a moment. Now. And if you are in a special state, it's not now. It's in time. So it will never happen.
Then the now is always there.
Now is always there. Where did you learn that?
No.
But where did you see that? I mean, now is always there.
No, this is not.
No. But
meant.
I want to speak about that. I don't know even if I can say more. But if it was what you say, then you would not ask any question, isn't it? So you don't know this now, because you place yourself in time. And I think in time, the now spoken doesn't exist, because it's always attached to past or future. I don't know if there is even a now. I can ask some scientific. After all, I can ask what they would say. But anyway, whatever they say about now, it's not that now. Now, because we don't know how to speak, and so now at least everybody understands. Oh, it's not tomorrow. Oh, is just now, just now, just now. It's an indication. So it's not that suddenly realize yourself you are all the time in the now of the time. No, it will never, never happen this way. It doesn't happen. People are so much imagining concepts that they produce spiritual or philosophical concepts which are totally cuckoo, just utopias and concepts. It doesn't work. First of all, the base is we cannot describe what it is. Okay? So Satsang tries to speak about, but it doesn't try to speak about it. It tries to speak about what it is not. So it's an indication. Okay? So why we, even myself, I use the word now, because in the mind at least you understand, it's not in the future, it's not in the past. So I try to be busy with myself, what happens just now. But you know, it's not what is indicated as now. Okay? It allows you maybe, being in the mind, hearing that, to, first of all, to have understood it's always here because it's you are it. No question of time or birth or death. You are it. You are the background. In the essence, not in your becoming, not with your birth. In essence. Okay. So where I was. Yeah. So telling just now is to give eventually yourself an opportunity not to be busy with the mind, because when you are busy in the mind, if you observe, it's always past and future. Or you will say, yes, I am in satsang and all, but then it's a description of a circumstance. So it's also the mind. It's an absolutely non-objective now. And all the experiences of relief or of sudden joy and all that, when the mind drops a concept, you don't stop there. You don't stop there, because it is still an expression, and that expression comes because you saw or you realize there is something else which is realized. So don't confuse the experience of relief or liberation for it. That's why I stopped a few who were into, of course, the body, the mind, the emotions, they will react that, finally a relief, there is a luggage which is gone. Don't fool yourself anymore. It's enough. We spent years in that because the emphasis was in that. It's enough now. Here, it will surely not be recognized as anything. So you do whatever you like. If you like to stay in experiences, don't come here. I can't. I keep pristine. I keep what I heard pristine. Pure. Alone. You know, there was a beautiful moment with Papaji. Um, he was, before taking a nap in the afternoon, he was sitting on his bed, and we were a few on the ground, sitting, looking at him, of course, silent, and suddenly he closed his eyes, and tears fell on his face. So we were all put in a certain divine experience. And then suddenly he asked me, go and pick up this pan in the fridge. Something in the fridge. So for the first time in my life, I asked him, but Papaji, why you distract? It was so beautiful. And he told me, whom do you think I distract? So a great teaching, I tell you. Yeah. Of course, experiences, absorptions, they can still come and go. But what a joy not to be fooled by them. Et voilà. So see you soon. I am going to Paris. And so it's on Tuesday, no? Tuesday? Tuesday. Thank you very much.